Hey my friends, how's it going? It's cold out there today, so I got the garage shut and I'm in here gonna fix the seats today. Gonna install the passenger seat in the car. Not gonna install it yet because I'm still waiting on the carpet. I want to pull the old carpet out, put the new carpet in, and then put the seats on. But I want to have the seats ready to put in. Let me show you what I did so far. These are the rails that go under the seat that go to this vehicle. See there, the right size, they fit on there. And when I install them, I'll install these on the bottom of the seat, and then I'll take these bolts off, put them through here, and that'll hold the seat in the car. These are the bolts I got out of the S10 seats, and these are the bolts I got out of that were holding these onto the original seats. And this is the S10 seat, and I took the old, there they are back there, the I don't know what you call them, seat slides, these things that were on here. I took them off, and now okay, this is the passenger seat, and this one goes on this side. See, the problem with the two is that if this is bolted here, that bolt hole matches up. Down here, the bolt hole is, let's see, right right there, but it's down there on the seat. But what I'm trying to say is that the distance from here to here is shorter than the distance from here to here, from here to here. And so what I need to do is what I got. So I got a bar of steel from the store, and I cut it into, I made these two little pieces here, and these are what I'm gonna attach to the bottom. Let me see. Yeah, it's gonna go. Gonna go like that, and I'll drill a hole right here that goes in to match the hole, and then I'll drill a hole here to match this hole, and I want to drill another hole or put a self-tapper in there or something to keep it steady. I mean, if this is bolted and this up here is bolted, if this is bolted, it should be strong enough, especially when that's bolted onto the bottom of the car, inside the car. So it should be strong enough, but I might put another screw in there just to make sure it's strong, but we'll see when we get there. So that's what we're doing today, is I'll measure that, drill it out, and install these slides on the bottom of the seat so we can attach it into the Prelude. Okay, so let's see. So this handle needs to go up because the passenger is going to reach down, and these need to go this way. So this is the adjustment. So let's see. How do you work this thing? that lined up. So I'll be able to measure. So that gives enough room right there for it to be on both. I'll drill one hole at a time just to make sure that they're even. I'll just drill one hole at a time to make sure they're even. So that's where the first hole will go, and then I'll screw it into the bottom, and then I'll mark the other hole and do it that way. Yeah, you know what, I was thinking, well, maybe I should do both sides. But because they're probably the same, after I get this one completed, I'll try it over here on the other side, and if it works, then I'll just match up the two pieces. Right. Well, this will have holes in it by then, and so then I'll just put it up to this, and then I'll mark where the holes are and drill them, and it should be right for both sides. And because this is a pretty thick plate of steel, I'm gonna start with a small drill bit and work my way up to one. I wonder what size. Let's see. Probably bigger than that. Yeah, at least to this size will be as big as I need to go. But I'll start small and work my way up. I have a lot of area to work on. Might be a strange way of doing it, but it's almost all the way through, but that blade was having trouble, so I changed it to a little smaller one to get through, and then I'll put it back on that bigger one. There. That was pretty tough getting through there. Now I need to make it a little bit bigger with stepping up the sizes of the drill bits till I get the right size. Now let's measure to where we put the other hole. About right, about 2.5 inches. Now I'll drill the other hole and this should be good to go. That took a lot of different changing of the bits, but I got them. They're not exactly lined up, but that's okay. Let's see if it fits. It's not gonna slide up with this bolt in the way. To get a nut for the back of that. Little bit low. I didn't get it exactly matched up right. So I gotta do a little bit more drilling. It's all a learning process. So now I know if I would have, see I didn't have a bolt in there because I was trying to use a long bolt, whatever. Thing is, it's not right, I have to do it again. But now I understand how to make it right next time. If there is a next time, how many times am I gonna be building seat rack extensions? I don't know, but I'll get this drilled up real quick. Be right back. Go ahead and cut another piece and make 2 right holes in it instead of a bunch of holes drilled in. Make the piece weaker like that. This way I'll try to get the holes right this time. Maybe this time I'll get the hole in the right place. So, see this movement here? This is what I don't want to happen. And so I might, but then I think once all these are tight, it's not gonna move. But I might just put a self-tap or something in there just to hold it really steady. Now let's see if the same size distance holes will fit the one on the other side. finally, I got them on. It was catching the seat fabric. Yeah, these bolts, they kind of, I don't know if I put a piece of tape, strong tape or something to hold that down flat, so slide the seat up and down and it won't keep hitting that cloth. That way. Now I want this one moved. And it catches on the track when it hits, but I need to get some nuts to put behind here and tighten it up, and that way they'll hold. So I'll bring this with me, go to the store and make sure I get one the right exact size. But so yeah, I'll put them both on the lowest down and then I'll install it so that way it won't mess up, it won't be wrecked. But yep, there we go. They're all on, ready to be put in. And I'm not gonna put them on yet. Well, they're almost ready to be put on. I still need to put the nuts on and figure a way to keep that from hitting every time I move the seat up and down. Because I'm gonna replace these seat. They're in good shape, so I might not, but I might. I see. It's just a little bit sideways. That's why it's not catching right. I need to loosen this and move it a little bit. But once I get, yeah, that's what it is there. This needs to be lined up exactly right. Wonder if that's what's happening over here. Oh, that's as far down as it goes. Trying to make it go lower. I'll just figure it all out once I get those nuts on the back, get it all straight and even. Don't fight with it now, there's no use. Like it? Alright, so here you go. Go get those bolts and go get those nuts, and I'll be back later. Okay. I was just gonna say, I just ran up to the store, but I didn't run, I drove. And I found a blanket that I put in the back seat. Here, I'll show you that real quick. I think that looks just fine. Looks like a nice warm sweater. Uh-oh. Looks like it's peeling up in the corner over there. I took it out. I've put it in a bunch of times so I can get it just right. So I can make sure that the seat is latched and the back is latched all the way. So yeah, there's the blanket, and the seat belts aren't coming through, but that's just because nobody's gonna sit back there anyway. Don't need them. Let's see if these bolts will work. Oh, those aren't my reading glasses. I left them in the house. I bought a pair just to leave out here. Bring them in. And I got some self-tappers too. I don't know if they're gonna go through that metal. That's pretty stout stuff. That's steel, but I'll try. So this was a pack of bolts and nuts. It was like $1.98. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I was worried that they were going to be too long, but I think they're going to work. Seems like it slides better when this is looser. So I think it's, you know what? Because I put this on the bottom, it needs a shim on the top. So I need to get a couple of washers and put them on the back of that. That's why it's doing that. See the perfect thing laying over there. So on this side, I think I'm just going to use this old plate. We've been walking this path since we've been born, and wherever we go, that's where we are. We've been walking this path since we've. I really should sand that edge down so it won't cut someone when they stick their hand under the seats. Better. Now on this other side, look at this. I found a little ring. It fell off of something, but I'm gonna use that over here. This is today. Tomorrow's lost somewhere in time. This is today. We've been walking this path since we've been born, and wherever we go, that's where we are. We've been walking this path since we've been born, and wherever we go, that's where we are. 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 And that's probably why it was catching on this. Now that little spacer will probably help it from catching on that. That's where we are, that's where we are. Make it not cross thread. That's where we are. I think that's the best way. I lined it up right with the bottom, and I lined this up right with the bottom. So now they should be really even. So when I put it in, the seat it won't be off kilter. So yeah, that's real sturdy. I like it. I like it. Now, let's just go ahead and put them in since we got them done. Just see what it looks like. We can take them back out when I get the carpet in. I don't know when it's gonna be here. Should be next couple days or so. Let's go see how these seats look in the car. No. Houston, we have a problem. Let me get this one and just, well, I guess I don't need to put it in it. Look. Apparently the Honda seats were farther apart from each other. So I gotta get some kind of I gotta cut the piece of metal, another piece of metal, and drill 2 holes in it to put it behind here to bolt across here like that, and put a bolt here, and then have a hole here that will attach that. Okay, so the seat slides back like that. That's good. And that feels right. I had on my arm. Yeah. Okay. I like it like that. But now I need to make, I still need to make those little pieces to fit on the seat. So I measured, it is as long as my finger, so I need to cut a piece of, 2 pieces of metal this big, then line it up, drill a couple holes in it, and attach it so the seats will be fastened to the floor. I probably don't have to take it out. I need to leave it in for that. I wasn't able to get that screw in, but I'm sure I can. Oh, let me get back to it. All right, let's go. I didn't really like this little tool at first because I was using it more like a skill saw, and it wasn't. I was trying to cut it across like that a few days ago when I first was using it, and it didn't, it wasn't cutting the way that I was hoping it would cut. And now when I just use it like a grinder, it works a lot better. It's a cool little tool. Let these pieces cool for a minute so I can pick them up and we'll go drill some holes in them. I went to attach the tag to the car, and the places where the tag goes they had some screws stuck in there since, I don't know, I have no idea, but they were rusted so bad that I could not get them out at all. So there's probably an easier way of doing it, but I cut the head off, and then I cut the head off of the old screw that was rusted in there, and then drilled out the screw, and now I'm putting self-tappers in. Like, I don't know, I guess the screw's not, I don't really know what's going on down here. I'm just trying to attach my tag and hopefully this will hold. Yeah. Look, there's a washer. It's too big, it won't even go right over the head of that. I need to get some washers because these self-tappers are too small, and the tag will probably have a possibility of falling off. So I need to put some washers on the end of those self-tappers. But it's on for now. I could drive up to the store and get some washers. And now let me finish building that seat. Now I got the two little pieces of metal here. I need to drill some holes in them and get that front seat attached. Well, this video is getting way too long just to put a seat in, so I am going to just quickly drill some holes in these and put them in there and show you the finished product so you don't have to wait around for me to do it. And I put the holes where I lined this one up, and then I just tipped it up and I marked where that one is. And don't want to have the same situation as last time where they just didn't exactly match up, so I'm just gonna make extra big holes, and that way there shouldn't be a problem. Well, I'll probably make regular size holes and try to match them up, and if they don't fit, then I'll just make the holes a little bit bigger. I got big bolts that'll hold them in just fine. So let me get this done real quick. Got it made. We'll see if it works. We'll see if it's the right You know what? I think those bolts in the seat are bigger. I need to drill these out a little bit more to fit those bolts. I fit these, but the other ones I think are bigger. Can't install them. I just remembered that look at that. I'll just use this. But I gotta get some washers, a whole pack of washers to use as shims, because you know how the one seat, the rail needed the shims on it. Well, this is the same way, because this is there. This will attach to the seat. Let me see. It goes this way, and it'll attach to the floor right here, and then it'll attach to the seat rail right here. And if this is flat against it, then this will be kind of warped. So I need to put some washers here, spacers to put it out like that, so that they'll be the same distance. So when I get the washers for my tag, I'll just get enough, or a couple different sizes or whatever, to fit both of them. So let's just see if these fit, and then run to the store and be back in a minute. I was way off with my hole cut. Don't even see a little bit of it. But there we go. Drill it out. Got it. Need to tighten it up, but there we go. That was a lot of work to get that in there. I'm sure the back is just the same. Not gonna show you all of that, but there. My seat is in, and see. I'll test the fit. Slides back and forth. It should. Nice. I guess still got to take the carpet out, so I'm gonna have to take the seats back out, but at least they're in for now. If I want a passenger to ride with me, I got the tires. I ordered some tires, and I'm going to take them down. I was going to take the wheels off and take them to a place, but it'd be a lot easier just to put the tires in this car and drive them to a tire shop and have them install them on my car. I might take the hubcaps off first because I really don't want them to, I don't want to risk them being damaged. Oh, 85 and 2005. I could have figured it out that way. So they're 40 years old and they're probably kind of brittle and fragile. I'm just gonna get new tires put on. I ordered the tires and I'm gonna drive them down there to the tire shop and have them installed. That's simple enough. This is a pretty nice car. I like it a lot. I want to make it really nice, and piece by piece I'm getting there. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate you. I really enjoy making these videos, and when you comment and talk to me, it makes me happy. I like to hear the comments from everybody, see the comments from everybody, and I like to try to reply to everybody. And thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you again soon. Hope you all have a wonderful night. Take care. Bye bye. That was a lot of work putting those seats, building the little metal pieces to make the seats. And you know what happened? I pulled out the seats. I took the driver's seat out and looked at how they did it, and it was... I tend to make it a lot more complicated than it needs to be. The driver's seat, they just drilled 2 extra holes that were spaced farther away for the rails to fit in, instead of building all those little pieces of metal. And I did need the piece of metal to make it, to extend it, but I didn't need those side pieces, so I ended up just doing making it match the other seat, and I felt like that was safer to have it bolted to the seat instead of a bunch of little metal extensions. So yeah, my seats are a little safer now.